What's going on, guys? I'm Jace.
I'm Josh.
We are going to watch
Boku no Hero Academia.
Season 5, Episode 11, I believe.
Yeah.
And the episode is called Our Brawl.
Okay, yeah, because the episode... It ended with, like, Shinzo, like, whipping out a scarf, and then he grabbed it. He snatched that shit out of the air. Deku did.
Wait, that happened?
I think so.
I think I need to start watching these episodes again after reacting to them. I feel like I missed so much.
I don't remember. Did the rest of Deku's team show up to help?
I think they're all in, like, the same, like, area right now. Like, fucking Black Whip.
Did Monoma touch Deku?
I don't know.
Because I think that's what they said they were going to try to do is copy Midoriya's quirk. Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure if he actually did manage to touch him yet.
Yeah. Also...
That sounds...
We kind of... like, we watched the episode with Black Whip and the reveal that Deku's going to get, like, 6 more quirks. And we talked about it, and it's been a few weeks, and now we're just kind of settling into that fact. But, damn. It makes me think that what you said is going to make more sense, that All For One is going to give All For One to Shigaraki. Because then that way, Deku will have multiple quirks, and Shigaraki will have multiple quirks, and it'll be like...
That's more even more even playing field, not necessarily entirely even, because I'm curious about the mechanics of All For One. Now that we mention it, like, what if All For One found another person who has the same kind of quirk, another All For One, and then he steals that quirk? Mm-hmm. Is it like he steals all the quirks does that also come with the quirks that were stolen by that copy of All For One? And, like, he gives it to them, and it's like, those quirks are, like...
Those are questions we were not meant to ask.
I know. It's like is All For One, like, just, like, a folder where you just store in all the quirks, and basically that's it? But then you can have other quirks that are outside of All For One?
Yeah.
Like...
I have a question. If All For One, he could take quirks, and he can give people quirks. That's how he's creating the Nomus, that he's, like, taking people and giving them multiple quirks, and it's turning them into monsters. Could he make... You know how in Season 4, the Shiai Saikai had the bullet that could take people's quirks away, and then another bullet that could give them back, like the exact quirk. You think he could make a bullet that's like, forcible quirk activation, bam, now you have that quirk, I shot you with that bullet. Like, do you
That'd
think...
probably take more studying.
Like, do you think he could, like, capsulize a quirk?
Are you talking about...
Quirk in a bottle.
Are you talking about... That sounds like the premise of that stupid Netflix original Pure Power.
What was that called again? Power?
I'm pretty sure it was called Pure Power.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Basically, you take a pill and you have, you basically... Have superpowers for 5 minutes, which apparently sucked.
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't like it.
But anyways, that's interesting. But that's not what we're here to talk about. The match, surprisingly, did not end. They're not ending the match.
Yeah, All Might, Aizawa, and Vlad King showed up, and they were like...
They're like, everything seems under control now, so let's
just let it play out.
But we'll definitely but they're definitely going to need to talk to Deku after this. They're going to be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What the hell What
the fuck is that?
You think you're trying to pull a fast one on us? He's like, All Might, sidebar, now.
I think you could justify Black Whip as like, oh, my quirk is just manifesting in a new way. It's becoming solid. I don't know. But like,
I don't know. I'm curious. I wonder what kind of bullshit he's going to have to pull out of his ass to tell Aizawa and Vlad King. He can be transparent with All Might, obviously. Mm-hmm. I mean, people who don't know the secret to One For All, what the hell is he going to tell them? And what does everyone else think? What is the rest of the classes 1A and 1B thinking? What do they think just happened?
I have no idea.
All right.
Like,
anyway,
it'll all just end with like them believing it. Like they'll be like, it's fine. Nothing weird going on at all.
They're just not going to question it.
Nope.
Well, shall we? What if he's like? Imagine if Deku didn't have that conversation with the 5th user inside the core of inside that like weird pocket dimension.
You know
he's
like,
5? Wait a minute. Yeah.
Right.
He said he was the 5th.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the numbers.
Well, anyways, imagine if he didn't have that and be like, wait, did I actually finally manifest my own quirk? All Might?
Help!
All right, let's do it.
Just remember, full-length Patreon.
Oh, Patreon is that what you said?
You say Patreon is a thing. I say it. Yes,
Patreon is a thing.
It exists.
All right, let's go. Still waiting for him to tell All Might what he What happened?
Like the next episode's called like let's talk. Explain that. I think it's funny that Ashido is the biggest. What's the ship called again? Izuocha. Izuocha.
I think they're. I don't like. I don't like that pronunciation. It sounds complicated.
Deku
Deku-ravity.
Deku Uraraka. I'm just say Deku Uraraka. The biggest. She's the biggest.
Name.
She's the biggest Deku Uraraka shipper. She's like.
I thought it was Aoyama.
Like best.
Aoyama.
No. It's Ashido. And I remember in season 3, she's like, it's a love. Is it Deku or Ida? Because you're always hanging out with those two.
Izuocha. I don't like that pronunciation.
Izuocha. I also just love. And then she's like, bet you hugged him real tight.
Also known as Deku-raka, Ura-deku.
A lot of these names are terrible.
Uraraka, Mido, Ria.
And then a few episodes ago, it's like, sure. Like,
Green tea?
It's like not surprising that Uraraka has the deets on Midoriya.
Uradoria.
These names are terrible. None of them are really working for me.
Chazuka?
Stop.
Well, you read them then.
No, stop reading them. We're not reading these anymore.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right.
What are we supposed to call their ship name then?
Just say no ships. Back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. This season, it's a real wet fart.
Stop saying that.
I'm gonna say that. Okay.
Stop.
Here's why. We're 11 episodes in. 11 out of 25. Keep in mind. And the pacing it took up too much time, in my opinion. And then I hear that 2 arcs, they switch places, and it's so that the season ends on a more like a grander note, from what I understand. And what it does is switching them, it spoils the latter one. You know what I mean? That's what I heard someone say, is that it spoiled it, or some element of it. And then somewhere amongst all this, there's a filler episode. So yeah.
I don't understand how by switching them they spoil what's going to happen.
Well, we'll see.
I think I know what the 2 arcs are. There's 2 more arcs in this season?
I think so.
I think I know what they are. I'm not going to say them.
Okay.
Don't worry. So Deku, Monoma can't copy Deku's quirk.
Is it like how One for All can't be stolen, can't be copied?
Possibly.
But then it didn't seem like it was like a surprise to Monoma. Like what the fuck? Why can't I copy this quirk? So there must be other quirks that he can't copy.
Well, I mean, he said in the beginning, be like, "Oh, I could end up copying a blank."
Did he say that?
He did say that before they went into the fight.
So there are certain quirks that he just can't copy. He's like, damn it, it was one of them.
What is it that makes it that he can't copy a quirk, though?
I'm under the impression that it's like if he tried to copy Shoji, I don't think he'd grow 4 arms out of nothing. I don't think.
No, I did once. I saw the screenshot.
Yeah, with Eri. He had the Eri horn.
He had a horn like Eri, and it was like.
But you said you thought it was
just
fake.
a screenshot. I think it's fake.
Yeah.
Like maybe someone's trying to demonstrate. Oh, if he copies a mutant quirk, this happens. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I don't think he can copy mutant.
Like if he copied Tokoyami, would he turn into a Birdman?
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like you just said. I mean, it's just like some of them would be too drastic of a change. Mm-hmm. Like if you were to copy Shoji, then he would have to grow extra arms to do that.
Mm-hmm. Or like, what if it's what if it's a quirk that involves like, oh, my quirk is I can absorb electricity and shoot it at people. But what if you didn't absorb any electricity?
And what would happen if he absorbed electricity, but the timer ran out before he released it?
Oh yeah, because he made it. We learned a little bit about how Monoma's quirk works. First of all, it's cool that he's up to 10 minutes now. But if he affects something, and then let's say like the one that's at like
what if like he's able to activate it, but then he has to finalize it. Like
he can switch between quirks. So let's say he copied Meatball and he turns somebody into a meatball and just hooks him over there, and then he switches over to electrification and starts shooting electricity. Meatball boy over there is still stuck as a meatball. He's zapping people.
I thought you needed focus. I think that's a different. There's something I remember the guy with the meatball quirk saying. So I don't think that would go that way.
I mean, okay, but the example he used was like he changed sizes of things. And
let me use my OC, Naoki Bumasumi, as an example. Now, if Monoma were to copy his quirk, if I haven't said it before, I'm sure I've said it before. My character, his quirk is detonate. Anything he touches, he can mark it, and then he can make it explode by snapping his fingers.
What would
i.e.
happen?
detonate. So what would happen if Monoma copied that quirk, detonate?
Mhm.
He touched a bunch of stuff, but then the quirk ran out.
You ran out of time?
Maybe he wouldn't be able. He probably isn't able to mark anything anymore, but he could still make everything explode.
I don't know about that.
That's what it sounded like he was saying in this episode.
I just imagine it would just be leaving the stuff behind. I don't know.
What if in that particular example it was they both mark it, but either Monoma or Bumasumi could detonate it?
That'd be funny.
It's just like
it's like, hey, get off my...
yeah. Like Bumasumi just starts dancing. It's like, oh yeah, and starts snapping his fingers, and he just hears explosions in the distance.
It's like Bumasumi's like, take that. He throws an exploding ball, and then Monoma just snaps his fingers, and it blows up right in front of Bumasumi's face. Like, hey, get off my network, bitch.
I'd like to explore Monoma's quirk more.
It's one of those quirks where like there's too many what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he copied All for One, and then he stole somebody? What if he copied All for One, stole Uraraka's quirk, and then time ran out? What would happen to the quirk?
It might disappear.
It might disappear.
You just destroyed the quirk.
That's insane. All
right.
So it looks like Shinzo.
It's really interesting just how much thought the creators put into the mechanics of how the quirks work.
I'm saying not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah, okay, true. Not all of them, but I heard a theory that for Tokoyami, so he has a bird face. That's a mutant part quirk, right? Mm-hmm. Apparently, his dark shadow as
an
emitter quirk.
Yeah.
A theory I've heard is that dark shadow is his twin.
That he absorbed. That's weird. I don't know. It would make sense of like why Tokoyami seems to have his own Dark Shadow would seem to have his own personality.
Like it's a living quirk, is what it seems like. But
it's very unique. I think what Horikoshi was going for is like, let's have a character a bird, and he's got a bird stand from JoJo's. So it looks like Shinzo's going to be joining the hero course. He's going to be like a regular in the classroom with the rest of class.
Yeah, but is he replacing someone, or
what if he replaces Monoma? No. I meant to say Mineta.
Mineta kind of came in clutch in this episode.
He did.
But we all hate Mineta, but he's proving himself.
He fucking giga-brained that shit, okay? Not only did he deflect the shit for Ashido, he also got in-dem titties. You know what I'm saying? He did come pretty clutch. It's a pretty creative way of using his powers. Like the trampoline system.
Now that we're realizing that he can build stuff with his quirk, basically. Like, back during the final exams, he made a whip.
Yeah. How cool would it be if he made... Well, I mean, the whip's pretty useful. You can just, like touch the person, and then just put it on the ground, and then you dogged them. You've chained them to the ground. What if, like, he made, like, a cage of some kind? It'd be sick.
He makes a bouncy castle that only he can use.
A bouncy castle.
Yeah. I was thinking a lot of Gentle Criminal when he was bouncing all over the place.
What if he made a box?
What do you mean a box?
He made the air malleable, like in the shape of a box, and just trap somebody in there, and then they're just stuck in there.
Who makes a box?
Gentle Criminal.
Why are we talking about Gentle Criminal now?
You just said Gentle Criminal.
I am, because I'm referring to how Mineta's use of all of his balls, that sounds weird, reminds me of how Gentle Criminal would jump all over the place by creating a bunch of elastic surfaces for him to bounce off of.
You're not wrong. That's true. What was when Ashido took out Shota, the twin impact boy? It was when Uraraka was taking out the other two, and he was like, "Oh no!" And then all of a sudden, just like a swirl of acid like came up out of the ground, and then she like popped out of it.
Yeah, what is she doing with that?
I don't know. It's like in Ben 10, like what Heat Blast would do, the fire alien, where it was just like a flaming spiral of fire would just show up, and then he like pop out of it. It's like, can Heat Blast teleport? Using the fire. It's weird. I think that they just did it because it looks cool. Because is she like propelling herself up in the air with acid? And then you see the side of it, of the wall that she jumped up, and part of it is like eroded away. So she like touched the wall with her acid.
I mean, it's not unheard of that she would like make footsteps using acid. Maybe she's just doing that really quickly.
No, but I mean, like, not steps. I'm talking about like a huge like chunk, like a big round piece.
I have no idea. They're trying to make things. I don't think that's
It
just
was
it doesn't seem like we've.
it was
something
just
they're
to look
focusing on.
cool.
Maybe it's something we're overlooking.
It's just I think it was just to look cool, which I'm totally fine with. All right.
Well, I want to watch the next episode.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
Make sure to check us out on Patreon for full length and early access.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.